really like what you've been doing with this content. I think it's not just a good week to week message. I think it's funny that when we arrive at the day of the event, you've prepared it weeks in advance, and it's so,
not weeks, but
well, like the last one, you prepared weeks in advance. The MCP one, you prepared it 2 weeks before the event, and then the next day we did that MCP session with HFTC. I just think it was funny that the timing all lined up so perfectly.
the timing of that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for this one, the content this week is Outlook Connector. It's like a feature spotlight piece. And I think for this video, there's kind of like 10 points that like everyone in the world with an Outlook mailbox struggles with.
Yeah.
Calendar scheduling, you know,
Oh.
it's the recurring meetings, the
Yes.
shifting meetings,
Yes.
the trying to find availability meetings. There's like all this stuff that everyone deals with. So for this YouTube video, I'd kind of like to say, we've all dealt with finding common availability.
Yeah.
But with Gen AI or with the Audition AI, you can, this all of a sudden becomes pretty easy.
Yeah.
It's like, find an open slot.
I feel like we should just already be going.
Yeah, and I kind of want to do 1 minute per piece, and this can be like a 10-minute video.
Okay.
I thought that was your opening.
Yeah, no, it was a great opening. I think we should just keep going.
Let's keep going.
Let's keep going. Let's post this right up at like the beginning. Is there? Yeah. Let's do it. You said lo-fi. This is lo-fi. Except for those plants. The plants survived.
I thought we were
They're
going.
real.
All right.
They're
All
real.
right, guys. All right. So, yeah, we all struggle with finding availability.
Oh yeah. Today.
Today we do. I did one today just for a demo, and it wasn't like until next Wednesday at 9 a.m. And that was the only slot for the whole week. But like I probably would have wasted 20 minutes trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
And with Audition AI, it was a 5-word prompt.
Yeah.
Like that's amazing.
Wasn't 7 people coordinating with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it automatically sent the invite.
Yeah.
Like I really love that.
Yep.
But I got a question for you.
Sure.
With the invite that it automatically sent,
Mm-hmm.
Teams was not included. Could I include that in the prompt to make this a Teams meeting?
That's a good idea. Yeah, I'm sure we can do that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't automatically do that right now. Okay. You might even be able to prompt that now. Because it makes a graph. The AI makes a call to a
I'll have
graph.
to test it. Because I can
Yeah.
say, have this subject line. I can
Right.
say, have this meeting agenda.
Yep.
I can actually say, write this meeting agenda. I don't even have to provide it. It does all those things.
Oh, you're gonna have to write the agenda for you too.
Yeah.
You have to look at previous emails.
I've been
or
tweaking
something?
with the prompt because I've been thinking about just like over this weekend, I did a little teaser at the HFTC event
Yeah.
of like scheduling an invite. But out of everything that I showed, it seemed that the audience kind of leaned
There
into
was a
that.
gasp.
There was a
There was like
gasp.
an actual gasp when it was like, find me and book me the time. And everyone was like,
Because
then it
everyone
happened,
struggles
like-
with that. Yeah.
Well, it's funny, you know, it's like a lot of people are focused on like the big hit, like time saving
Yeah.
things, and then you see something like
All
this,
this
and you're
little
like, you know
stuff.
what? It's like this just saves me 5 minutes 10 times a day, you know, every day of the week, and it's
Yeah.
like it's all these little gems. Like when you guys showed me this, I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna save me like all these little minutes on the hour.
All
on
those
the-
little things.
yeah.
and it's great. I love that feature.
Yeah, definitely. And then like coordinating across time zones, that's really good. You know, we just did a demo with London, and I actually used the connector to help with this.
Oh, nice.
Give me the best time slots. I got people in London, people
Yeah.
in New York.
Okay.
That's good. What else? Managing complex recurring meetings. Do you think this connector would be helpful with that?
I do. I think that the next generation of it, there could be some really cool stuff there. The current, for sure, it can help. And then everything just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
Where I find it very useful is I get double, triple, quadruple booked quite a bit.
Well, that was my next thing, like canceling and rescheduling meetings.
Yeah.
So you're double booked, and you can ask Audition AI, I'm double booked at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Move one of these,
Yeah.
and it can intelligently figure out which one is best.
It can, but it's, I think that people keep rediscovering this. Imagine a Harvard grad that is now an intern. They're still a really intelligent person. They know everything. They have all this power and knowledge, but they haven't maybe been on the same life journey you've been on. So like there's some common sense stuff. So imagine that it's an intern and give it instructions like it's an intern.
Yeah.
And so if you say, figure it out, and it reschedules the wrong thing, you know, that's not a bug, that's just a lack of life experience.
Yeah.
So which one do you reschedule? So in my world, I would look at those and I would say, help me figure out what to reschedule. And it would make a suggestion. I'd say, no, that's with a client. I don't want to reschedule that one. These other 2 or 3 are with internal, and I'm going to prefer that. But that's where the system prompting comes in. So I would personally create a persona that helps me with my calendar. This is what I did. A persona that helps my calendar. I put my rules in there. So if I need to reschedule something, always try as much as possible to remain consistent with clients and be willing to move internal things more than you're willing to move a client-facing thing.
And currently in my environment, it will automatically send the invite, but you can't do that with external participants.
It'll prompt. There is a concept of, we call, I think in the code we call it potentially destructive event. So if there's a thing that requires human approval, you have to approve it, and so it'll pop up a yes/no box. I'm about to do this thing, yes or no.
Got it.
There is a thing that I just discovered over the weekend in GitHub Copilot in Visual Studio Code that was, it rocked my world. Automatic approvals for certain dangerous events. So it will do the same thing as we do. It'll say, I'm about to do this, to approve it. You have to click yes, approve, so that it can go do that thing. You can drop that down and say, automatically approve events like this, you know, and you can write, in that I can write a bit of code to tell it what to approve. It's not complicated, but it's, you know, you can do that. I think that will be coming to Audition AI, so that people can pick their own level. Actually, it will first start with the administrator, because we always start with zero trust and then work from there, starting with the administrator. So the administrator could say, allow my users to automatically approve these types of actions and give the specific action, or maybe an action template or something like that. So again, it just started chewing on my brain over the weekend because I just discovered it in VS Code.
Yeah.
But we're going to do something like that so that automatic approvals can be something we can put into production environments.
That's
Awesome.
cool.
You know what I love about this more than anything? It's really a perfect use case of AI actually doing something. It kind of moves out of that theory talk of like, well, what can AI do for me? And instead of the generic, oh, summaries and this and that and hashing out an idea, it's like, no, this is actually, that is measurable ROI. Not to sound too salesy,
Sure.
but it's like, I just said a few words, like I need 30 minutes with Ben and Megs.
Yeah.
That's literally it. And then like it just
did
did everything, and it sent an invite, and I can just move on to the next thing. That is rag in action.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
What's funny, you know, you just brought up the recurring meeting and how can this help recurring meetings, and it just occurred to me, I just did it this morning, right? So how many times do you have that like weekly check-in with someone or a client or something, and it's just on the calendar and you sometimes forget about it, you're like, oh, what are we talking about today? What's this meeting about, kind of thing. And I have a one-on-one with somebody on the team to go through all of our clients, what's happening, and you know, last week was a busy week with HFTCon and everything else going on. And it was like half hour before the meeting, I'm like, oh, we have to catch up on today. And I'm like, AI first mindset. It's like, you know what, let me see if Audition can look at my email and figure out an agenda for this meeting.
Yeah.
And then we got Asana, our new project management tool. It has an integration with Teams, and I had to kind of go through all the Asana stuff. I had to go through my emails, and it gave me a list of stuff, and I forgot about 2 of the things. So it gave me a great agenda, and we hit a lot of good things on our call today. So that's like another great use case for how you can kind of build an agenda for these recurring meetings and so forth, you know?
Love it. That's great. What else am I missing on this list? With the features. Endless back and forth of rescheduling.
Yeah.
Coordinating across time zones, managing complex recurring meetings, writing agendas and invite details, canceling or shifting meetings.
Here's a big one that is on my wish list for this. Are we allowed to talk about wish list items?
Yeah.
We have a policy of recording or transcribing every meeting internally.
Yeah.
And very often someone will forget to check, because you can't just, in Outlook, if you schedule a meeting, you can't default, there in the UI, there's no way to turn on recording. You have to schedule it and then go back into meeting options and then record it.
Yeah.
I would like for Audition to opportunistically turn on or suggest to turn on meetings as it's scheduling them, recording for meetings as it's scheduling them. That could
That's
be really
good.
valuable, yeah.
Yeah.
Or, and this.
But would there be compliance concerns with that?
Sure, so we have some clients that don't want to record
Yeah.
any meeting.
Yeah.
And so we have a list that we keep internally. So interestingly, we could have it interface with the CRM and pull meeting rules to check those kinds of things. So unless the particular client wishes to be excluded from transcription, turn this on automatically. That would be a big deal, because we spend quite a bit of time on the team at the beginning of a meeting. Is this recorded? Should it be? You know,
Yeah.
that's a
huge.
check that or we make it halfway through the meeting, realize, it usually happens to me that I realize I missed something because I want to go into Audition and look at what's happened so far,
Yeah.
and it's not there, and it's like, oh man, this isn't being transcribed.
Right.
And that is the
right.
moment that I end up turning on transcription,
Yeah.
unless of course, and it's only 3 clients that have asked not to transcribe, so I remember them.
It's good to know. It takes away the awkwardness of the client saying, "Is this meeting being recorded?" And you're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I forgot." You know, that automation part integrated with the compliance feature.
Yeah.
That's really powerful.
And to your point, doing a follow-up with like one-on-ones is a great example. You can do that pre-meeting prep chaos. You could ask Audition, look at the last call, or look at the email thread, and come up with that meeting agenda,
Well,
and include that in the meeting invite.
I mean, a really cool thing, like that demo you invited me to this morning, it was kind of last minute invite, and I didn't know anything about the prospect. And I was able to quickly have Audition kind of look at some emails, look at the calendar, look who the external attendees were, do a little search, give me a LinkedIn profile, give me a little bit of information about the company, and I could come into the meeting a little bit more prepared than coming completely cold and just
Yeah.
kind of
Get up to speed.
Yeah, 100%. And it's just those little minutes are really important, you know.
It's awesome. I'm really curious, what our customers are going to come back with, because they always seem to find something that we wouldn't have thought of,
For sure, Yeah.
And it's great.
yeah, this will be a big one.
Nice. I think it's a short video this week. It's a powerful feature,
Indeed.
but it's so simple. There's no learning involved with it.
The one last cool thing that we didn't talk about that I love is
Yeah.
when I want to reference a meeting from the week before, and I forget what we talked about. So if you're using our note taker, right,
Yeah.
the meeting is linked to the actual transcript. So it's very seamless to go in there and be able to kind of pull the information out. Like, hey, what did we talk about in
True.
this meeting? What were the next steps? Or I use that all the time. That's a really good one.
Yeah, totally.
That's why we call it a platform. Once it all starts to come together, you can create really powerful workflows.
Totally. Awesome. All right, guys, we made it a month, 4th week, 4th episode, and Audition AI, audition-ai.com. Check it out.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.